This is not what I thought it would be at all. Come on now, don't be silly. I'm stressed out. I'm not having a good time reading this because I'm so stressed. Ew. This is excruciating. Every page has been painful. I'm just cringing so much. It would be embarrassing in this video if I didn't get a single 5-star. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I need a 5-star read. I'm going to be reading my 5-star predictions because my only 5-star read of the year, I think, was First Time Caller, and I enjoyed that book so much and I need that feeling again. I've been in a book slump recently. I've not been reading. My preferred reading style is binging a book start to finish, and I just haven't been doing that recently at all. So I want to read some of my 5-star predictions for this year. So I'm going to go grab them and I'll show you what I am planning on reading this week. These are the books that I am currently thinking of reading for this week. It might get through the week and I change my mind, but that is okay because I just don't want to end up in a slump. I have Abby Jimenez's new release. I'm not sure whether I've given any of her books 5 stars. I feel like they all fall within 4 or 4.5. I just love her writing and she's such a summer author to me, and it's been brighter outside and I think this could be a good contender for a 5-star read. I also have Cara Bastone's new release, Promise Me Sunshine. This, I think, is a very impactful story of grief and I think it could just really hit. And then I have my book club pick for the month, which is Darling Venom, which I've been meaning to get to for years and I do think I'm really going to enjoy it. So out of these 3, hopefully one will be a 5-star read. If not, then I really don't know my own reading taste. But yeah, so I will let you know my thoughts and whichever one I decide to pick up first. And that is the plan for this week. So let's hope I get a 5-star read. I'm only 65 pages into this and this is not what I thought it would be at all, but like, I'm hooked. I think I should start by saying that I went into this blind, so I seriously had no idea what this was about. I think I knew it was like kind of going to be dark, but I had no idea, and then I've kind of read like the first line of the blurb and now it all makes sense. The first part is about Charlotte and Keenan. Is he called Keenan? No. The first part is about Charlotte and Kellen, and they meet every year on this rooftop for this reason that I'm not going to give because it could be a trigger warning but also a spoiler. So they're just doing that every year, and then something happens after like 4 years of doing it, which is really, really sad. But then she meets the reason that that thing happened. If you've read it, you know what I mean. And the way they met was insane. Like, I did not expect that at all. And then that is basically what I'm up to. Like, this is the next chapter. But that was a shock. That was not what I expected at all. And I'm quite glad because that shows how blind I went into this. But yeah, am I enjoying it? I think I'm finding it entertaining. I'm not sure I'm like, oh, I love it, this is really fun because of the content within it, but it's entertaining. I want to read more. I've looked forward to reading this, so I'm gonna go and sit down with it again. The weather is super nice as well, so I think I'm gonna go read outside again, and yep, I will let you know when I have further thoughts, but this is not what I expected at all. I have a reading update for Darling Venom. I'm now on page 312, so I've not got too much left. I think I maybe have about 150 pages left. And what is there to say about this? I do like the characters. I'm not finding it very cringy, which is good. And I think I'm honestly just finding it entertaining, which is what I need in a book at the moment to not get myself in a slump again. I've tabbed up a few things, just like, I think the author has really nice ways of wording emotions and feelings and that kind of thing, so I tabbed a few of them because they sounded good. And my only criticism of it at the moment is basically one of the characters has written this thing. I don't want to spoil anything. And she works in a publishing house, the main girl in this, Charlotte. She works at a publisher's. And so the character has written this thing and she gives it to this editor. And the pair of them are discussing it like, oh, this is going to be huge. This is going to be studied in schools. This is going to be on Oprah. And then we get extracts of what they wrote, and they literally say, let me find the part because I couldn't believe it. Okay, so we get an extract of what they wrote, and they were basically talking about their dad. He wrote, it worked out fine for a while until reality hit him like Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball. Like, that is not, like, I'm thinking schools study classics, schools study, I don't know, really powerful pieces of media, whether they discuss topics about race, society, you know, things like that. They're not gonna, none of what we would study in school has pop culture references woven in. So I was just really thrown off because I'd bigged this up. Well, actually, I hadn't even bigged it up. They'd bigged it up as this absolute incredible piece of literature. And then to get that extract, I'm now like, oh, not sure how incredible it is. But I also think there will be a plot twist with one of the characters and their family, which I think I know what's going on with that. So I'm going to see how that plays out. But I've honestly been enjoying it. And I thought I was going to find it a lot more cringy than I did, but I actually didn't. Whether it's a 5-star or not, I'm not getting 5-star feels right now. And considering we only have a tiny bit left, I'm not sure it is going to be a 5-star because I like the characters, but I don't feel connected to them. Yeah, I think that's the best way I can put it. Like, the characters within my favourite books, I genuinely am so connected to them, whether I relate to them, whether I just cannot fathom that they are not real. Whereas this, I'm kind of aware that I'm reading a book the whole time. So I'm going to carry on reading this today though. I want to try and finish this. I've really not got a lot left and I can just sit and binge this, I think. So that is my plan for the day. I'm going to just snuggle up in my bed because it's not that warm outside today. And let's get through some more of this. I have just finished Darling Venom. I'm not too sure what to say about this. I feel like, okay, first of all, it's definitely not a 5-star. Let's get that off the cards, not at all. I think it's that point that I said before of, since they were hyping up this thing that one of the characters had written, and then we kept getting like extracts from it as they found out more because it kind of revealed a backstory, it was not as great writing as they were hyping up. So then from that point I was kind of rolling my eyes, like I didn't really care. I think also I wouldn't say romance is at the forefront, so I kind of didn't really feel that bond between the characters. And lastly, I also think without the kind of 3 or 2 smut scenes, this could 100% be YA. Like, this is a YA story. If I read this without the smut when I was like 13, 14, I would have eaten it up. It's giving All the Bright Places, that kind of vibe. This is a perfect YA story without those scenes. Like, that is my thought. But therefore, I do not like when adult books read as YA. So I think I might give it... I did like some of the writing, clearly. Like, I've tabbed some of it, and the story was entertaining. However, I didn't even finish it yesterday. I had to finish it this morning. Shows I was really not into the story enough to kind of binge through the last bit. So maybe I'll go 2.5/3 stars, maybe 2.5, because I don't think I would recommend this to people. So, but I'm very glad I've read it. It was definitely not a 5-star though, but I am so excited to go on to my next read. I am going to be reading Say You Remember Me by Abby Jimenez next. I just feel like, I think all the YouTube videos I've been seeing recently, people have been reading this and loving it. Somebody said they cried, so particularly after this, I think this will be a perfect turnover. I don't want to say it'll be light-hearted and fluffy, because I feel like she does have that side to it, but also there are usually deeper topics within this, which I'm just so excited. I love her writing so much, and for some reason I've gotten rid of all of her books. Like, I used to have the physical copies, I think because I thought I didn't want to reread them, but now I do. But people are saying this is her best yet, so I did really enjoy all of her other books in this world. I think it is. I think the one that starts with Part of Your World, I haven't read the Friend Zone ones, but out of all these ones I've really enjoyed them all. So I'm gonna get started with this. I'm not sure how much I will read today, but I'm so excited to start it. So I will check in with you maybe when I've read around 100 pages and kind of understand what's going on. I'm now 100 pages into Say You'll Remember Me, and I am so obsessed with it. Like, I've been having it because from the beginning I've realised I'm gonna love this book, so I've just been loving it. I didn't even know I was up to the like 100-page mark because I was just so absorbed into it, and then once I realised, I was like, oh, let me do a check-in, because I genuinely think I'm just gonna sit and binge this for the rest of this evening. And like I said, I've been tabbing it. I came across the Rhysand line, which made me giggle, and they talk about him a lot in it, which is very, very fun. And yeah, my tabbing system so far, I just have funny moments, sweet moments, sad moments, and my favourite moments. I can see what the sad topics are going to be, and they are very, very upsetting. Like, I don't know how well you can see, but the blue is the sad moments, and I think that's what we have most of already. Not sad moments, but just maybe things the characters say or think that like pull at your heartstrings a little bit. So, but yeah, I'm loving it so much. I love both of the characters. I love Sam and Xavier so much. He is so gentle, like minus their first little meet cute, he's just so cute and so gentle. I think I actually wrote that at one point, literally here. He's so gentle. I think they are so great. It's becoming a kind of long distance relationship trope, and by the way, I've gone in completely blind. I've still not even read the blurb. I've gone in completely blind, so if I'm saying things I should already know, but I'm saying it as if I've discovered them here, that's because I have. It's becoming a long distance trope because she's moved away, and their little kind of meet cute in the beginning was super funny, and I just love it. I love the dynamic between Sam and her siblings. I think my favourite thing about this book so far is just how blunt it is. Like, they got straight into it. There was no hesitation of like, oh, should I make a move, should I not, which I love. And also just the way they communicate with each other is so open and honest. Everything's laid out. There's no kind of miscommunication trope or them just assuming things in their head and then acting according to their thoughts rather than the actions of the other person. And I just love that so much. It's so blunt in the best way. That's exactly how I communicate. It's like to the point, skip the nonsense, so to see that in these characters is also great. So I'm going to continue reading this now. It's not too long either. If I've already read this in what felt like no time at all, then I'm sure I will fly through this. So yeah, I'll check in with you when I'm a bit further into it. Hey girlies, I have finally read some more of this. It's taken me a few days to pick it back up. I started a new job, which is super exciting, but it has been exhausting, so I haven't been reading anything. I have just been watching reruns of Peep Show and Would I Lie to You. That's all I've been up to, but I did read some last night. I think I read maybe about 100 pages, I'm not too sure. This much left though, and I am enjoying it. I am. I'm not loving it. It started off so strong, but then I think it's just kind of flattened out. I think it's fallen a bit flat for me. Nothing is really happening, which in some books is nice, but I'm kind of finding it a bit dull, and kind of what they're saying then about each other isn't having the impact that it should. Like, I can recognise it for a sweet moment, and obviously I'm still tapping it up. I can recognise the sweet moments, but I'm just not getting the feels that I would usually get in a 5-star book, if that makes any sense. I'm going to give it until the end, obviously, and we can see how this little bit kind of picks up, because obviously at the end it'll be wrapping it up and kind of you'll get your final kind of big scenes. But yeah, it's just kind of flattened out for me, so I just thought I would let you know that's how I'm feeling with it at the moment. But hopefully I can finish this today, and then we can move on to our next read, which I think that's kind of telling that I'm excited to move on from this book. Usually when I'm adoring a book, I don't want it to end, but just thought I would let you know. I'm not sure what is going on with this book, but it is genuinely just emotional turmoil. Everything that could go wrong is going wrong. I feel like that's one of the issues I'm having with it, is that I'm not feeling lovey-dovey. I'm not feeling like it's not just a tricky backstory to some of the characters that has trauma that's coming forward into the relationship. It's genuine, really difficult life issues that are going on, keeping them apart, and I'm just stressed. I'm stressed out reading this book. There is so much going on. I thought we'd finished with all the issues. Like, I thought, oh my gosh, there is so much going on that needs resolving, and then more stuff has happened. More stuff has happened, so I'm just stressed. Like, I'm stressed for these characters. I'm not feeling the relationship side of it. I'm not feeling, oh, they'll make it. I'm thinking, absolutely not. I'm stressed out. I'm not having a good time reading this because I'm so stressed. And from this cutie pie cover, I'm not expecting to be stressed. So that is an issue I'm having. And I've barely read on from the last check-in with you, but it seems, I don't know how this is all going to wrap up nicely. I really don't, but I'm super stressed. Ew. Ew. I hate when books end like that. I'm now on the epilogue, but I kind of hate what just happened. I have finished Say You'll Remember Me. It's not a 5-star. I don't even think it's a 4-star. I think it's a 3. I think it's only a 3-star, which is crazy, because then that's even less than the last 2 books. The last 2 books I read of Abby Jimenez. But I think how it went was like cutesy romance 50%, absolute stress for all the characters. I was just stressed out. I was thinking, this is not worth it. No, honey. Strange enlightenment and like everything wrapped up way too quick and easily. Like, you can't tell me you had one conversation and that's changed your whole life. Like, especially what was going on. I just think it wrapped up too easily for all the situations that were going on, and I don't think the reason he gave for what Xavier did at the end of the book, I don't think his reason for doing that, like, I get it was a factor, but I actually don't think the reason he gave was the whole reason for what he was doing. Like, yeah, I just don't like how it wrapped up. I hate when a book does what it does in this chapter. I don't want to spoil it, obviously, but at the end of the final chapter, I hate when books do that, because considering the day they were celebrating, I'm like, no, come on now, don't be silly, this is now unrealistic. So I didn't feel lovey-dovey from about halfway onwards, so I wasn't rooting for them, to be honest. I was thinking, this isn't worth it, save yourselves. I'm quite grateful there was no third act conflict, because I was kind of expecting that the whole time, but it was a 3-star. Like, there was cute moments, but more so it was Abby Jimenez's writing that I really liked. I feel like she just words emotions and feelings really nicely. But this was, I was getting annoyed at this towards the end, to be honest. And I just didn't feel a lot. I feel like they were just both so stressed. I was stressed for them, and then suddenly it's like, oh, everything works out, but like, it felt quite ridiculous. Yeah, it's a no from me. I'm gonna give it a 3 stars just because I like the writing. That's what pulled me through, but that's a no. So I'm gonna move on to the final book, because I've still got quite a lot of time this evening. I'm gonna move on to Promise Me Sunshine, which I believe there's like grief in this. Yeah, her best friend passed away. So, oh, and she's babysitting a 7-year-old, and then the little girl's uncle is a jerk. Let's give this a go. I'm feeling kind of, I don't know, I'm just feeling not very connected to romance books at the moment. Like, there's always something that irritates me, like irks me, but I'll try this one because I did enjoy her other book. But let's give it a go. I feel like I feel annoyed that I didn't like that Abby Jimenez. Like, I liked it, it was alright, but I definitely am not feeling any kind of way about it. Like, I don't think I'll actually remember much that happened in it. Like, I was just feeling stressed. I was thinking, this is not going to work out for you two, and realistically it wouldn't have done. Like, I know it has to wrap up nicely, but no, I'm not having that. So I'm going to try this. I don't know how far I'll get into it tonight, but I'm not going to tab this one. I think it just takes me so much longer to digest the story when I'm tabbing it up. I feel like I should only do that on rereads in the future. But I'm going to go and start this, and hopefully this will be easier to get to. I really hope this one is a 5-star, or I literally won't have predicted any of these correctly. That would be embarrassing in this video if I don't get a single 5-star. Well, okay, I'm gonna go and start this now, and I will let you know probably when I'm about 100 pages in. I don't even know when the last time I checked in with you was, but this is excruciating. I'm on page 33, and honestly it's been like maybe 5 days, and every page has been painful. I'm just cringing so much, and I don't know what it is. I'm not a fan of the main girl and her attitude towards dating. I'm not usually a fan of books that have a child in it, because I'm just not interested, like not bothered about that relationship. And then he's not a catch. There's just been an incident literally 30 pages in, so I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything, where she basically nearly got run over, and there was this other guy there, and it was just, the whole situation was so cringy. just everything she said is so cringy, and everything she thinks is just making me cringe, and I'm actually finding it unbearable to read. And I think if that is my attitude at this point in the book, it's not going to be a 5 stars, because no 5-star book of mine I have to skip over a part or think, oh, it's 5 stars minus that part. That's not how this works. So I am putting this down. I don't want to read this. Emily Henry's new book just came out. I've bought so many books recently, if you watched my book haul, that I'm so excited to read. I don't need to put myself through this. I'm not going to bother with that one. And I also don't think I'm going to pick a replacement book, because this was meant to be just for a week and it's run over that. And even though this was kind of a flop, I think, did we have a 2.5 for Darling Venom? 3, did I say? For Abby Jimenez. And then that one is a DNF. Like, I don't even want to rate that. That's not great for my week of 5-star predictions. But, as I said, I think in my next video, so you can catch that there, I'm going to do a reading vlog of Emily Henry's new release, because that is like a 6-star prediction. That is one I think, she is so fantastic, and I really am looking forward to reading that book, but I want to dedicate a whole reading vlog to that book. So whilst that could have been placed within this video, I do want to make a separate one. Very, very disappointing. Maybe I don't know my taste as well as I thought. I don't know. But to be honest, this whole week I've been in the mood for fantasy and I've had to read romance. Anyway, I'm going to end this reading vlog because I actually am just finding that book unbearable. I'm just like wincing at the things that they're saying, and so like I actually don't care. I'm shutting it. I thought, oh, I'll make it to 100 pages, see what happens, but no, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered at all. So that one is going. I really hope you have enjoyed. I hope you've enjoyed it more than me. Please don't take any offence if you really, really enjoyed the books that I read within this vlog, because it's just me. It's me, it's not you. I think I'm very, very prone to cringing. I just can't do it sometimes, and it's like physically unbearable. So do not be offended if you enjoyed these books. I completely understand that people's reading tastes are different. There'll be books that I love that you don't like, so that's completely fine. But look out for the Emily Henry reading vlog, because I think I will love that book. That's really embarrassing if I end up not enjoying Emily Henry's book as much as I think I am. That would then be 2 videos where I've had high hopes and it's fallen flat. But anyway, that's the joy. I feel like having these books that I don't get on with so well just brings more excitement for when I do find a new 5-star read, because you know, you got to get the gold dust. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will speak to you very, very soon.